Alright guys, welcome back to Into the Matrix. It actually hasn't been that long since I'm recording this basically right after I finished recording the previous part. And as you can see, like I said, this is considered its own area. The Skyscraper. And the level is called Vertigo. And yeah, so as I've said at the end of the last part, this is basically just escaping Smith. Or trying to anyway. And I also said that the last one, that fighting, the last level is the shortest level of the game, but I was actually wrong because, well, I didn't realize how tough the fight against Seraph would actually be. I figured that, you know, you'll just kick his ass and move on, but it actually took a lot longer than I expected because it was actually much harder than I expected, considering that he basically blocks all your moves and it's a pain on your hands and wrists to continuously trying to fight him and bring his health down to a quarter to actually progress to these next two levels. Of course, you can always fail and move on to the last level, but where's the fun in that? So, yeah, this is actually the shortest level because you're not fighting anything, you're just escaping, and the level itself isn't very long either, so let's get on with it. There's one moment in particular that I think is pretty cool. Not that one, although that was... yeah. As you can see, this is why the level is called Vertigo. Because you're on top of a skyscraper. Running away from Mr. Bad Guy, and you do not want to engage him in a fist fight. Trust me, you do not want to do that. That is the last thing you want to do. Oh, isn't this just lovely? And god damn it. See, this part is kind of dangerous because of as you see, there's a big hole in it, and it's a bit of a pain to try to jump down, because you have to jump down, but it's a bit of a pain to actually jump down and grab onto the ledge below it without grabbing onto the ledge that you're on top, or just falling to your death like I did. I guess if you do things like that, it'll extend the level. But still, this level actually isn't too hard. The only difficult part is that one, at least as far as I remember anyway, is that one area with the hole. We should try. Yeah, see, like I said, it's kind of a pain to do. It's such a pain to try to time your jump because if you're not using a focus jump, you're just gonna fall straight through because you don't jump far enough. And again, if you just walk off, you're basically just because the ledges are all stacked up onto each other. They're right above each other, so you kind of have to. You basically kind of have to do a jump so that you fall. You fall short of grabbing the top ledge, but you're still able to grab the bottom ledge. But the timing is so precise that it's just, ugh. Let's see if third time's gonna be the charm. Yeah, you can go around, but why do that? Just gonna be a waste of time. Damn it! I keep jumping onto the... Grr! I keep grabbing onto the stupid top ledge, god. Oh, you know what? Screw it. I didn't realize you could just do this. I thought you actually had to jump. Did not realize you could actually just turn around and drop down that way. Stupid me. That would have saved so much time. Ah, that didn't... Damn it.
Yeah.
I called as soon as I found you. After you left the Oracle, you dropped off my scope.
Get me out of here, Sparks, wherever I am. I got agents right behind me.
I know. You better run. Get to the street and I can take you from there.
Damn it. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, but it's just... I usually like to do that move where, like, you saw how he sort of dived through the window? Like in the beginning when, running around and the agent appears in front of me and I sort of just make a quick run to the left. Chuck Norris kick. Yeah, so you know how in the beginning of the level where you're running through the building, and right as you get to the end, and Smith comes out in front of you, so you make a quick left turn and then dive through the window to go through the door. You saw how I basically actually dived through the door, I didn't just jump through it. I was hoping to be able to do that across that gap because it's just, I mean, it just looks awesome. You diving in slow motion across a giant gap, like above the streets, and then it switches over to the cutscene where you're actually diving through the window. So it works hand in hand and just looks so much better. But oh well, whatever. But yeah, so that was actually the end of that level. Like I said, it's a very short level, and basically, not including the previous one, which was actually a bit long due to how difficult the fighting in this game actually is, this level is probably the shortest one in the entire game. And it's actually the same. So, yeah, I was actually wrong again from the previous part. I said that the escape or get to the hardline level is the only level that is 100% identical. I was wrong. These two levels are actually also 100% identical. Well, the one that we just did and the next one that we're going to do, they're all 100% identical to, or between the two characters. Both Ghost and Aobi go through these levels exactly the same way. But I'm going to do them anyway, obviously, because, you know, that would be, skipping them would be stupid. Even though you've already seen them, it's still a different character. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. And I shall catch you all next time when we continue to try to escape from Smith, which will, of course, lead us to the finale of the game, which you've already seen. I actually don't remember if the cutscene is different. Obviously, I think it is, because I think, obviously, if you fail the fight, you know, Sparks says something about being back way too soon, as opposed to, you know, going through all of this and then going back to the ship. But I digress. I'll see you next time when we run through the streets escaping Mr. Ego there, Agent Smith. See you then.